Hello. Today we're moving to the Renaissance, to be precise to the 16th century and to Italy. And I am planning to show you an eggplant recipe. Eggplants were quite new at the time in Europe, and actually they were introduced by the Arabs already before, but people for a long time were very skeptical about this fruit. In fact, they believed them to be bad for your health, hence the Italian name melanzana, from malasana, bad for your health. But fortunately we know that they are not bad for our health, so we are going to make them. And during Renaissance, people slowly started to find out that in fact eggplants are very good. And so this recipe is by Bartolomeo Scappi, who was a cook in the 16th century in Italy and who was also the personal cook for several popes. And he wrote his cookbook and left us with this recipe, for which we need, well, obviously eggplants. Here we have some mixed aromatic herbs. He doesn't get very specific about it. I have here some coriander, some thyme, some sage, some garlic, some breadcrumbs, walnuts, olive oil, salt, pepper, nutmeg and cinnamon. Cinnamon was very popular in Renaissance cuisine. They put it everywhere. And then, as optional, he also proposes an egg and some grated cheese, in case that you are not fasting. So the point is, the difference to other stuffed eggplant recipes is that we are not going to open it entirely, but that we are going to hollow it out from the top. Plus, they are also going to be peeled. So I'm going to do that now first. You see that also this is a vegetarian dish, whereas the most common eggplant recipes, actually, I mean, at least the ones I know from the Middle East, they usually involve minced meat. But this one is different. This is why I find it interesting. Also, you don't need an oven. They're going to be boiled. Now, to hollow out, you have different possibilities of tools. You can do it with such a spoon, or I have this nice thing that actually serves exactly that purpose. The trick is just not to go too deep. Okay. And we keep the actual flesh of the eggplant. Yeah, that should do. And I'm also going to do the others now. Now we have those beauties here, and we put them upright in a cooking pot. Now we prepare the stuffing. First of all, we cut the eggplant flesh that we took out of the eggplants into small pieces. Very fine. To this now, we add some breadcrumbs, a handful, some crushed walnuts, pepper, cinnamon, bit of nutmeg. It's a very Renaissance spice mixture indeed. All the favorite flavors. Pepper we had. Salt I didn't put yet. That should do. Then, as we actually want to do the grated cheese, we also put grated cheese. And we add an egg. And now I'm going to chop some garlic and some herbs. Herb. Okay. Then all that is missing is a little bit of verjus, you know, that juice of unripe grapes that you can, if you like, also replace with a mild apple vinegar or a splash of lemon juice. Some verjus and, of course, olive oil. Now we blend that mixture. And we give it back into the eggplants. Put those eggplants back in an upright position with the opening up. Make sure that your eggplant is in an upright position. And in order that they stay upright, I fill that pot a little up. That's better. And put away. Now we add into the pot water about halfway up the eggplant, approximately, because they have different lengths. Something like that. And take off the lid like that. Voila. And plus we add oil. Not too little. And we even add some breadcrumbs to that water, because this is going to be the sauce afterwards, and it's said to be thickened with breadcrumbs. Then we add some more herbs. And of course salt. Now, Bartolomeo Scappi says, make the sauce spicy. The question is, what did he mean by make it spicy? I mean, the Americas have basically just been discovered, and yes, to some cooks, chilies might have been already known, or yeah, probably were. But the question is, would they have really used them? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So more likely is actually that in order to match the Pope's taste, he would have used things already available like garlic and pepper. So we also add a little more of that. So this is how it looks like now. And now we cover this with a lid and bring it to a boil. Okay, this is how it looks after half an hour of boiling. The eggplant is well done. Place them on a plate. Here we can see, slice one open. Go. Voila. And add some of the broth as a sauce. Eggplants a la Bartolomeo Scappi from the 16th century.